Liv and I are going to fly this Piper Cherokee Golf Lima Tango Foxtrot Bravo from Granada in southern Spain to North Weald in Essex.
We're trying out the Aviation headsets which we sell. So as a passenger we're using the PS1, which is the entry-level headset, and the pilot they're using the AS2, which is the noise cancelling carbon fibre, which is the top of the range. And as you can see, well, we'll just do the flight with them and tell you how we get on. So this is Liv.
Hi.
And we're flying from Juan Espadafort airfield in southern Spain near Granada to the UK.
We've taken off just before or just after dawn. And we're heading to I can never pronounce it, Valladolid. It's Lima Echo Victor Delta. So Liv's flying the first leg, and as you can see, southern Spain, the weather's fantastic for VFR flying. This is a mountain range just outside of Madrid, and we have to climb to about 9,000 to get to it. Valladolid's at 2,500, and this is our first stop to pick up some fuel. In Spain you use BP Aviation cards, and this is the flight planning office. In Spain you have to have a flight plan for every flight that you do. So you come to these offices and you pay your landing fee and get your stamp for your flight plan. So our next stop now is France. We're going to Sorcats, which is Lima Foxtrot Charlie Sierra. I'm just doing some power checks here. And off we go. I'm flying this leg because Liv's never flown across the mountains, and we also fly a bit across the Bay of Biscay. I think I've done this trip now 7 or 8 times in this Cherokee. The whole trip from Spain to the UK takes, in this plane, takes about flying time 9 to 10 hours, depending on tailwinds, headwinds. Now, when you fly to England, you tend to have a tailwind, and when you fly back to Spain, you tend to have a headwind. So we go high on the way and low on the way back. But I use windy to check wind levels at whatever height. So as we approach the coast and the mountains, we start picking up the cloud formations. So we left at dawn because the clouds tend to form late afternoon and early evening, and we wanted to beat the cloud formations over the mountains. This is just fluffy stuff with lots of breaks, so we've got visual on the ground. It's nice and pretty to fly in. I think we're at 8,000 or 9,000 feet here, and as you can see, the cloud formations, it's breaks, so there's small formations. So once we're over the mountains, I then dropped down below the cloud base, which is where we are now. And as you hit the French coast, there's everything's at sea level, so there's no mountains, or there's no, all the way back to England now. It's all low level flying, if you will. This is the French coast. So we just clipped along a bit of the Bay of Biscay. I got stuck in northern France in June this year because there was a weather system that sat in this area we're in now, and it sat there for a whole week, and it was just thunderstorms. So I had to return back to England, wait for 5 days till the weather cleared. This is Sorcats, a small little airfield near Bordeaux. I should have done some video of the hotel and that we stayed in, but forgot. So Liv's flying this leg, so we're now flying into Tours, which is where we do our customs check. And I did forget to do some filming at Tours, but we did stop at Tours. And now we've swapped over, so I'm now doing the flight over the channel. So we're flying to keep below the cloud base here, so it's about, I think we're flying about 4,000. And as you can see, the terrain's all flat. So this is the coast, and this is near Duvel. I always do the crossing Eastbourne to Duvel. I think you'll cross the water for about 35 minutes. In a future video I have done the crossing from in a future video I'll do the crossing across to the 2K with the students and pilots from Academy Aviation. So this is the English Channel. And when you fly across water, keep an eye out for boats such as this one. So if you ever do have an engine problem, you aim to ditch next to a boat so you can easily be picked up. But this aircraft's very well maintained by our mechanic Fran from MRO Aviation. He looks after all our planes. So this is Eastbourne, which is my crossing point. So we're now switched over to the UK ATC. So we're on LARS, and because I say there's no flight plan here. Because there's no flight plan in the UK, it's passing message, and in the UK general aviation is very popular, and you can be trying to break in onto ATC for about 5 or 6 minutes before you can actually pass your message. So this is Essex, and we're coming into North Weald. So this is 20 at North Weald. And this is where we're based with Weald Aviation. And North Weald's very popular. You get lots of parents with their kids watching airplanes, and it's quite a GA community within North Weald. Well worth a visit. There's 2 restaurants there. This is one of the restaurants. And plane spotters.